Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where today we are going to be installing some brand new LED bulbs on my headlights on my BMW F10 535i. Let's get straight into this. That's right, some brand new LED bulbs on my BMW F10 535i. I have the bi-xenon HID headlights from the pre-LCI because of course I have a pre-LCI F10, and I have just recently installed some LED bulbs, but they're not that good. But besides that, the HID bulbs that came with the car from factory, over time, of course, you know, this car being 12 years old now, the HID bulbs start getting a little bit pink and green, and they kind of start decoloring, and they're not bright, they don't shine very well, and they're very unsafe on the road, especially at night. So what I did is I got some LED bulbs to install. I installed them, and they're fine. Nothing crazy. But today what we're doing is we're going to be installing some high quality ones, because the ones that I have on right now are just some standard ones from Amazon. They're fine, but I got some quality ones thanks to HIDConcept, who reached out and wanted to sponsor the channel. So we have a set of HIDconcept's DAMA Neo Vision LED bulbs to put on my F10 535i. These are some of the highest quality bulbs that you can get. Of course, they do have their price tag, but at the same time, you know, a price tag for safety, pretty much priceless. And here they are. These are the bulbs. Pretty small box right here. Let's go ahead and unbox them, and I'll tell y'all a bit more about HIDconcepts, who they are, and why I even care about them, and why you should too, and why these bulbs are some very, very high quality bulbs. Thank you to HIDconcept for reaching out to sponsor today's video. These are, like I said, the DAMA Neo Vision LED bulbs. These are some of the highest quality, brightest, highest performance, and safest bulbs that you can get to retrofit in place of an HID bulb. These bulbs, of course, are the D1S used on the F10 535i for the pre-LCI. Some came halogen, some came bi-xenon. I have the bi-xenon. The halogens are very rare here in the United States. So I'm gonna open these up, take a look at them. Oh, wow. Neo Vision D1S LED. Very nice packaging, I gotta say. Before I go on any further though, like I always say, I am not going to be biased for or against this sponsor. I'm gonna give y'all my pure, honest, and neutral opinion and review on this product. If I don't like it, I'll say it. If I like it, I'll say it. I am not under any circumstance required to say anything positive about this company or their product. So you guys still have a completely unbiased review. I hate those biased sponsorship reviews. This is not that, I'm gonna be honest. But basically what I was saying about the HID is that these are a perfect replacement for HIDs, because a lot of these companies make LED bulbs to replace HIDs, but they forget to take into account the design, the shape, you know, the length. Of course, with LED chips, it's a lot harder to replicate and mimic this kind of beam pattern, but HIDconcept got this right, and pretty much this is what they specialize in. So instead of cheaping out and getting some regular old Amazon ones like I did, you should of course check these out first. Very pretty packaging, actually, I gotta say. Really like this. Up to 150% brighter, up to 200 meters distance, and up to 6000K color temperature. I like 6000K. I prefer 6500K because I like that slight tint of blue, but we'll see how this looks. Nice packaging. Let's open it up, see what we got. All right, check it out. Really nice presentation. All right, here it is. This is the DAMA Neo Vision D1S. This is a really high quality feeling bulb. Really surprised actually. I love the color, but you can see there's the LED chip right there, and here's the other one. But they have obviously done their R&D, they've done their research, they've done their development, and they have found out the best way to replicate an HID beam pattern with some LED bulbs, which is very important, especially for headlights, right? Because if you get the cheap ones, your beam pattern is just gonna be all over the place. But if you really invest in like a good quality bulb, it shouldn't be like that. And you should have the same beam pattern, and it should be perfectly clear at night. But honestly, I'm not sure what else to show y'all. Very simple little unboxing, just opening the box and taking the bulbs out. But here are the bulbs. They're very pretty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and install them. Of course, I'll show y'all how. Very, very simple, very easy. And I'll show y'all the before and after between the OEM HIDs and the new DAMA Neo Vision D1Ss. These look so good. I'm really excited to see how they look and how bright they are. Let's go ahead and get these off and these on. And also, make sure to use code MotoRevs40 to get 40% off your entire DAMA Neo Vision purchase. This offer only lasts until April 14th of this year, so if you do want some, which I highly recommend you check out, you use code MotoRevs40 to get 40% off your whole purchase for the DAMA Neo Vision LED lights. They are really cool, but let's carry on. But before we begin the install, of course, I want to show y'all what the OEM HID bulbs look like right now after 12 years, which may be what a lot of y'all's looks like. They are very dim, very not bright, very kind of scattered as well. The beam pattern is not that straight anymore, and they're kind of yellowing and pinking and greening. I don't know how to describe it. They're literally changing color for the worse, and it's not good. And this is what they look like. They look very poor. Of course, we'll show y'all before and after at the end as well, but this is what they look like. Not good. Let's change it. All right, first step, real quick, you're gonna find this little cover right here, and you're gonna go ahead and remove those 2 Phillips screws, and you should be able to access the back of the headlight straight from there. All right, now that the screws are out, you can go ahead and remove this, or at least put it to the side because it is held on by a little tether. Once you're in, you can see this cover right here. Go ahead, twist that off, and you should be able to access the bulb right inside. Got the cover off, now we can get the bulb out. Now you can see the back of my bulb right there, the red one. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. What I have found that's easier is to unplug it first and then remove it. You know, seems kind of obvious, but I didn't do it the first time. So just go ahead and unplug it from the actual bulb, and then you can twist the bulb out and out. Actually, I lied, it's easier to take it out and then unplug it, but all right, there we go, this bulb is out. So now what we gotta do, what a lot of people don't mention is this little black clip, you have to transfer it, but a lot of people don't show how. It's very simple. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna unclip it right here, pull it off, and this comes right out. Now, take note of how the actual bulb is lined up with the connector facing upwards and this at a 45-degree angle. Now get your new DAMA Neo Vision Pro, hold it the same way, and simply just transfer this over to this, right there, and lock it in. Awesome. Now just put it back in the same way it came out. And also, there is only one way that this can go on because of the notches all over the place. So you can try putting it in the wrong way, but they won't go in the wrong way. There's only one way. You can see, like I said, all the notches. And now the next step, of course, is the easiest. Just go ahead and put this right back in where it came from and see what it looks like. That was really easy. That's it. Let's see what they look like. Now, obviously, we finished this side. Let's go ahead and get this side on. There we have it. The brand new DAMA Neo Vision LED bulbs are installed on the F10. So let's go ahead, wait a little bit longer until it turns into night, and then we can go and see the before and after between the OEM HIDs and of course these brand new Neo Vision LED bulbs. I'm so excited. I think they're gonna perform very, very well. But let's first of all take a look at how the OEM ones look, which you might have seen a little bit earlier, but we'll take a deeper dive right now. Let's do it. All right, so here I am outside right now, and what I've actually gone ahead and done is I've actually installed one bulb and left the other one, the stock OEM HID. So let's take a look real quick right here. It's very hard to see, but this is the new DAMA Neo Vision LED. You can see it's very bright, and right over here is the stock halogen. If I reduce the exposure, you can see the color here on the OEM one is very pink. It's actually pinking, right? But if I go over here to the new one, check that out. That is crystal clear white. Look at the difference here. You can clearly see the difference. It's pretty insane. And so what I've done, a bug just flew onto my nose. And so what I've done is I have parked my car in front of my garage door to show you all the differences between the DAMA Neo Vision and the stock. So you can get a pretty fair comparison against the exact same wall as to what each one looks like. So right away, you can see on the left, the Neo Vision is entirely brighter. The one on the right is pink. It's literally pink. You can see it has shades of pink and orange, and if I reduce the exposure a little bit to focus more on the light, you can see the difference. This is so much more brighter. It's a much fuller body of light, and when the exposure comes back up, you can see the difference. It's not even close. This is a tiny little dot of light, but this one is a whole like block. It's insane. Even leftwards, it goes all the way, and it's at the exact right level. However, this one does not go all the way rightwards, and it's literally purple at the top, pink on the sides, orange in the middle. I think this is a pretty fair compare and contrast of the two, the stock and the DAMA Neo Vision. I mean, this is a small example, but you can really see, and I'll put a clip of it before here with the stock lights, just the regular, you know, OEM HIDs, and they look pretty bad. And now compared to this, Take a look at that. That's an insane difference. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drive with these two different lights, and let's see how it looks. Now, I have to be honest, there's not a lot of areas where I live where there's no light at all, like perfectly black, pitch black. So I'm gonna try my best to find a spot, but let's get a general idea as how different the new bulbs are as compared to the old ones. Or let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so here I am behind some stores, and you can see obviously the left is the new bulb and the right is the old one. Like I said, there's not a lot of darkness here, but this is the best I could find. But look at the difference. I mean, you can't even see the bulb on the right. The left one is literally overpowering it. Here's a good patch of darkness. You can see absolutely nothing of the right bulb. Literally nothing. You can only see a kind of tinty color, but other than that, there is no more right bulb. You can see a little bit of light around these areas, but most of it is the new one, the DAMA Neo Visions. These are crazy. Now, if I go and park up against another wall, the darker wall than my garage door, oh look, there's a cat. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and park up facing this wall so you can see the difference in the lights. From the interior, it's pretty obvious. Same thing as my garage door. Check that out, that's pretty crazy. High beams, wow. Significantly brighter on the new ones. The right ones, look at the color, they're literally pink. Now the main difference that I'm noticing obviously is just the color. I mean, the color of the new ones, they are a nice crisp white and they're really, really bright. The old ones, of course, the ones that you may have if you have the pre-LCI, you might have the halogens or the HIDs, either of which will probably look like this, which is pretty disgusting. And the halogens, unfortunately, a lot worse. Those yellow lights, they look pretty bad. But even if you have the halogens, you can still get lights like this. But look at that, what a contrast. I mean, come on. Also, the light on the left, you can see is more immediate. It might be hard to tell on camera, but it's more immediate. Obviously, being an LED as opposed to an HID light, it's immediate and instantaneous. Also, something else really nice about these bulbs is that a lot of other bulbs may give you an error. They'll throw an error message for the car because it thinks that, you know, the headlight's either missing or it's broken or it's malfunctioning. Not these. These actually don't give you a single error. You can see I have no errors except this really annoying driver restraint system. I'm figuring that out at the moment, but you can see that there are absolutely no errors pertaining to the lights. I didn't have to clear any codes. I didn't have to go into the system and, you know, try to change things. Nothing. They're a direct plug and play and they do not throw a code at all. So that's a really big plus. I know a lot of people are, me personally, I hate codes. I hate it when my car throws a code. I don't want to ignore it. I want it to be right and done right. And these bulbs do actually allow that. No errors, no codes, good stuff. Now, let me put on both new DAMA Neo Vision bulbs and let's see how they look on the road. Wow, they're pretty bright. I mean, they're pretty bright. They're definitely a lot wider and a lot brighter. Take a look at this. I'll put a before and after, of course, right here so you can see the differences. But man, these are just so much brighter. They're so much wider. There's not really much to see, you know, against a garage door right now. So why don't we go ahead, take a drive over to that same spot where we were earlier and see how they look as opposed to before. So let's do it. All right, and as you saw from my garage door, this is incredibly brighter. Check it out here in the same spot, going behind these buildings in the dark. I mean, the light already reaches the back of the buildings. Before, it just would not even get halfway there. Look at this. Wow. Wow, it goes all the way to the trees, which are decently far away. Let's go back to our same wall. Wow. Level, bright, and white. This is what the lights should have been from the factory. Obviously, I know that's asking for a lot because this is a 12-year-old car and the base, or I should say the pre-LCI, only ever brought halogens or HIDs. The LCI, you could get, you know, the very, very nice full LED lights that we actually have on the M4, same exact design. But for the pre-LCI, you're kind of out of luck unless you get those headlights, either OEM or aftermarket, which will run you at least $1,000. I would say, realistically, maybe $700 for like some cheap aftermarket ones. But if you want OEM lights, yeah, it's gonna be like $3,000, probably like $2,000 each. Or if you have the pre-LCI, you could just get these bulbs and save, what is it? I think 1,000%. And you'll pay a tenth, literally, or 100th of what that costs, 10th or even less. And don't forget to use code MotoRev40 to get 40% off your entire purchase. This offer only lasts until April 14th of this year, 2025. So make sure to get your orders in quick. Remember, use code MotoRev40 to get 40% off your entire purchase. by just look at that. That's insane. These are so much brighter, so much wider. They're instant, they're direct, they're instant, very bright, very white. And I'm in pretty much the exact same spot as I was before with the half and half. Let me adjust the exposures. You can see the true color. It's white. Headlights should be white. Headlights should not be yellow. They should not be pink. They should not be orange. They should be white. But honestly, I think that is pretty much about it. Thank you so much to HIDConcept for sponsoring today's video and sending these out to me to review for y'all. Of course, if y'all liked it, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when the next video about this car, the Mini or the M4 drops, because there is a lot, and I mean a lot of content coming. I'm so excited. This is just like not even like the beginning. We're going so much further. But again, thank you so much to HIDConcept. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Take care. Okay, these are really bright.